It says we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SEO Ninja. My name is Triston, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about how to make YouTube ads, which is pretty darn cool. Hopefully I didn't get in trouble because I was running my music in the background. We'll find out if I get copyright strike down the hell, but we'll find out. It's a good question. It's a good thing to know. Just real quick, I know a few folks have been a little concerned about my health. I am doing better. So for those who I still have a cough. For those that don't know, I got a pretty nasty infection about a month ago, and it strep throat, and it just caused all kinds of damage, screwed up all kinds of things, and damaged a whole bunch of the tissues in the back of my throat. And so I got on some antibiotics, got all that cleared up, and then right as I was getting over that, then all of the damaged tissues went and got infected too. And so basically I had like open sores up and down my throat and on the back of my tongue, and it sucked. But antibiotics kicked that out pretty quick too. Luckily we were able to get that taken care of pretty quickly because we already, was already in contact with my doctor, already had a pretty good idea what was going on. And so the response time on that was really, really fast. And so I was able to get over it. So it's still another week, give or take. Maybe two, where I still felt like crap. Still got a little bit of a cough just as things are healing. But doing a lot better. So thanks for the well wishes and for keeping me entertained. I appreciate it. That's really the most important thing. Because otherwise I get bored out of my mind. And a bored Triston is a dangerous Triston. So that being said, you will notice me coughing a lot in these live streams, and that's why. So you guys know what's going on. But that being said, you guys don't care about my health. You care about what I can teach you, and so that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to show you guys today my 5 favorite tools for making YouTube ads, and I'm pretty excited about it. We're going to talk about some cool stuff, and I get to geek out over all my favorite things. So you can see on the background here, this is Envato Elements. It's pretty cool. We're actually not going to talk about that quite yet. First, I want to show you guys how to record stuff. This is XSplit. And what XSplit does is it is a screen recording software, streaming software. It does all kinds of cool stuff. It's really easy to use. It's not free. There is an alternative called Streamlabs, which is free, but I really don't like Streamlabs as much. Maybe it's just me, or OBS Studios, kind of that same boat. Like, it's fine, it works, but I really just prefer XSplit. So this is what, remind me later. So OBS just has a little bit more of a learning curve, and like you still have to go through and set everything up. It's actually really, really similar to this, but I don't know. I just like the interface for XSplit more. I don't know. I can't explain it, but I just like this one more. So the way this works is that you can use this to record your screen. You can use this to do live streams. You can see right now we're actually streaming to broadcasting to YouTube right here. And this is kind of how you manage everything. So you can set up your different screens over here. So that's the main desktop. That's my second desktop. So that's the one you see over here on the left. That's me. Holy attractiveness. This is for like when I'm gaming, so like I'll have the screen, I'll have everything else set up over here. And I've got a bunch of these other ones I haven't actually set up yet. So it's super easy, and if you're just looking for a way of recording what's happening on your screen, this is probably going to be one of the easiest ways to do it. Like I said, there are a lot of other options. OBS is free. The other one that I use a lot is actually one that's built into my computer, which is the GeForce Experience. And this will allow me to record stuff, to broadcast stuff. I haven't quite gotten my audio to work the way that I like with it. So that's the one reason I don't use it more often. But what's nice about this is, like I said, it's built into my video card. So I don't actually have to open anything. I don't have to install anything. I just push the hotkey and it will pop up. Which is great for like really, really fast stuff. And it has a lot of performance things that you can do with it, which is pretty cool. So that's handy. But yeah, so this is how I record stuff. So for example, if we're going to be talking about a software affiliate that we want to promote, right? So what we do then is we would grab, let me open up my, let's say we're going to talk about vidIQ. So vidIQ is really neat. So what we do is we would open vidIQ, we would capture the screen using XSplit. and then we do whatever it is that we want to do. Talk about whatever we want to talk about while it's recording on the other screen. And then we take that and we need to chop it up. We need to edit it or whatever it is that you're planning to do. So to do that, I actually use Canva. And Canva is also really handy. This is actually where I go and I make all of my thumbnails. As you guys can probably see, I'm not great at these, but this is where they all go. It's like this. You guys might recognize some of these as being like my my channel. What's it called here? My channel art. So you'd say SEO Ninja right there. So this design right here in the background, I'm just gonna change it. Actually came from this, and so this is the same thing. It's just that it's my my Pokemon version of it. So this is for a gaming channel. So it's really, really cool. Like, you can get some really neat designs from it. This is actually the base design right here, and some other stuff, some other base templates. I can obviously, you're gonna go through and personalize and tweak and edit and everything, but it definitely does make life a lot easier to kind of have these nice templates to start from. And as far as the types of templates that are available, so you can do, I'll just type in YouTube. So you can actually do YouTube videos, you can do intros, you can do channel arts, channel logos, you can do thumbnails, like you see right over here. And what's funny about this is you can actually do YouTube display and video ads. Like, that's a pre-built template that you can just go and build like that. And so, for example, let's pick one here that looks kind of neat. So that's a live stream thing, creative spaces, sell a pillow. I don't really like that one as much. All right, we'll just look at the corporate one real quick. So you've got your individual screens down here, and so you can kind of edit. You can add some different motion effects, add more, remove more. Like, here are all the other ones you can add to this. So for example, say you got these, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different screens on here that you really like, but then you're looking at this and you're like, you know, I actually kind of like this one too. So you can just add that into it, right? Well, actually, that replaced that one. Let's say we want to click that. Boom, we just added it to it. Then we can rearrange it, we can do all kinds of cool stuff. So this makes making videos very, very fast and easy. And then you take that clip that you recorded with this, and you can just upload it right here. You can actually click the record yourself button too, and this will just let you do like your webcams, screen share, and all that. So it's also an option. I just kind of like having all my stuff a little bit separate, because it makes things a little bit easier to organize and to control afterwards. So that's just my personal preference, but you can do that. And I have actually done, do I have any videos on here? I mostly just use it for thumbnails, and I edit my videos using Adobe Premiere for the most part. I still use this for like really, really simple stuff, like very simple ads. Oh, because I'm looking at my images, videos. So here are some videos that I've uploaded. So I actually make, like this one here. So it's just a little video that I recorded from my my cell phone, and this is actually kind of neat. So I was actually able to sit down and make this entire video. Actually, let's head back and I'll show you that video real quick. Design my projects. I want to see. I know. Go away. Do I have any of my videos on here? That's just the screen recording. I want to show you guys this video. I think this is it. Yeah. So this is a video that I made to promote an NFT. So what I did is I created the video. I wanted to upload it as a short to YouTube, and then also put it on like TikTok and a couple other places where I had that same video format. And so here in the background, I have just kind of a abstract image loop. And then on top of that, I have a cell phone overlay. And then put into the overlay is my screen recording. So what I recorded off of my cell phone. So if we hit play, you guys can hear that, right? Yeah. Down just a smidgen. So it looks nice and smooth. Like I said, really, it's just a cell phone screen capture. It's like it's just. I was literally sitting on my toilet, and I thought, it might be kind of fun to sit down and do this. Yeah. So recorded everything with my or on my cell phone, uploaded it here to Canva. I used the Canva app to then actually go through and to create the video and everything else, which you guys can see right here. Able to add music to it. Where's my music thingy? Elements. Oh, audio right here. So you can add music to it, and then you just download. You can export that back to your phone. Then you can upload again to, like I said, Shorts, Reels, TikTok, whatever. And it just makes life so easy. It's so fast and simple, and it works really well. I do have a paid account. I have the Canva Pro, and I forget how much I'm paying for that. I think it's like $20 or $30 a month, but it is so worth it. Like just being able to sit down and create, like I said, very simple videos like this. I did this on my phone. It took like 10 minutes, and it's a pretty nice little video. I'm actually pretty happy with how that turned out. So you can do things like that. I've actually made a few different videos like that. I think this one too was what I was making for just my normal YouTube. I think. They're really loud. Just another video. Some recorded gameplay on my computer or on my cell phone, and then also uploaded this to YouTube, and I think this actually got a couple hundred views off of it. So you can do very simple things like that. The other thing that I've been working on as well is for my Facebook group. So I just want to make some little GIFs that I could pop in there in order to kind of help generate some engagement. And so this can actually then be scheduled to be published to Facebook automatically. So I just had to sit down and I had a template I went through, uploaded everything over here, told it to schedule the posts, and then it would just go through and would schedule them on or post them automatically to my Facebook group, which is pretty darn cool. So that also saved a lot of time. So Canva is one of the main tools that I use. I'm in here every day, all day long, doing Canva things. Now, if you do want to do something that's a little bit more advanced, if you want something that gives you a little bit more control, I also use Adobe Premiere Pro. That's what I use primarily to edit my videos. I kind of like that just because it's a little bit faster. Like I said, it gives me a few more options for when I need to do things that are a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Surgical. So like with this, like you don't, like it's a little hard to go through and edit out little tiny things, but with Premiere then I'm able to go through and get to very, very fine details. And so that's kind of what I like about that. And then the other one that I will occasionally use when I'm trying to learn is Adobe After Effects, and that is really good for doing like these little motion graphics and things like that. It's really cool. It's got a huge learning curve. Like I've been trying to learn how to use it well for like a year now, and I've gotten to the point where I can very lightly edit some of the templates that I download. So, keep that in mind. But as far as like the tools I actually use to create my videos, that's what I use. Now the other thing here, if you wanted to go that route, so like you'll notice with this, like it comes with these little images and animations and that kind of stuff, and you can find this over here under Elements, and then we get all this stuff over here: graphics, photos, pictures, videos, audios, charts. And like you can put the chart on here and say, okay, we're going to actually use these specific, percentages and whatnot to do stuff, and we're going to add the labels or whatever. So like you could actually go through and add that. But if you wanted to do this with like After Effects or Premiere Pro, then it's a little bit more difficult. You actually have to get those elements from somewhere else. And that is Envato Elements. Now Envato Elements is actually really, really cool. This has all kinds of cool stuff. And so basically anything that you would need for just like anything you need for like digital marketing, this is really where you're going to want to go. So obviously you have stock video templates. So this is going to be for like your, your infographic type stuff and all these kinds of things. And I actually use a lot of these. Like this is what I used originally for my my shorts, my TikToks. Here's some logo stuff. So like if you wanted to go and sell like these little transitions and these little logo openers, like I really like the transitions here. It just makes the videos a little bit more engaging, a little bit more interesting when things kind of move. You've got your HUD pack and those kinds of things. So this is where you can go and you can get that kind of stuff. But what's cool about this is you can also get your music, you can also get your sound effects, you can also get logos and like other kinds of templates for like, you know, t-shirts, flyers, Christmas cards, all that kind of stuff is already built in here. Your graphics, all that fun stuff. Presentations for like PowerPoint, those kinds of things. Stock pictures and fonts and like other kinds of add-ons. So for example, if you've got Photoshop and you're looking for some new brushes, those are all going to be right here. And they also have web templates, which is really neat. So you can do email templates, website templates. They even have, so yeah, you have your custom templates over here for Muse, Magneto, Joomla, Shopify, all that kind of fun stuff. And then you also have for, what used to build our websites? I can't remember. But they have themes and that kind of stuff that we can actually use to create websites more quickly. So if you need a website that's going to go along with the video that you're promoting, so like if you need a landing page, I can grab all those right over here. Elementor, that's the one that we use. You can see there's a lot for Elementor right there. And then WooCommerce and some of the other cool stuff. So you can grab all this kind of cool things, and then this is $30 a month, and you get all this stuff. It's so cool. 3D files. What kind of 3D files do we have? I haven't looked at this in a while. Oh yeah, check that out. Let's look at the cockroach. Rotate to find the angle that you want, then download. View to 3D render. Yay! So, you know, if you ever need a specific angle of a cockroach, there you go. That kind of cool thing. So again, that's going to be in Vato Elements, and there's links to all these in the description of this video, assuming I remember to push the save button when I added them. But it's just another really cool little thing that you could do with this platform. So tires, caterpillars, all that kind of fun stuff. I actually kind of like that. I think I have a pair of these somewhere. Yeah, so that's that tool. And then the next tool that I highly recommend, let me go through my list here. So we talked about Envato, Elements, Canva, TubeSift, and TubeBuddy. So let's talk about Tube, not TubeBuddy, it's supposed to be vidIQ. So vidIQ is my research tool of choice. I actually use TubeSift for this as well, but this is designed to do it. So what this will do is this is your YouTube SEO tool. It's not going to SEO your videos for you, but what it will do is it will kind of give you some points and some, it's a guide, right? It's going to help you learn or identify the things that you need to do in order to, better optimize your content so it'll rank better. So right now, for example, it's looking at some of the last keywords that I've done based off of previous videos I just uploaded. So what makes a thumbnail good? Got 3,200 views on that, 1,000 hours of 1,000 minutes of watch time, which is pretty cool. And then here are some other keywords that it thinks that I can go after that in order to, kind of bring things up. So my attention rates, my watch time, my subscriber growth, my view growth. Views went up 13,000%. I ran a little bit of ads to that. Just trying to grab some new subscribers. Here's my past videos and so on. So that's just my dashboard. That's how things look. But then if we want to go over here to SEO, do I need to upgrade the thing? I can never remember which of these accounts is actually upgraded or updated, so I'll have to double check. Well, we'll go to keywords then. So let's say what's something that we want to make a video on. Let's say gaming NFTs. All right, so gaming NFTs, the score for it's actually really good. Healthy search volume, low competition, and so on. And then we can use this to kind of get an idea of what other keywords we might want to go through and target. So NFT games, best gaming NFTs, just NFT in general. So again, just a little bit more more information as far as other keywords or other things we might want to make videos about. So I kind of like this one, NFT games, very high search volume. Whoops, clicked on it by mistake. NFT games play to earn actually has pretty healthy numbers as well. It's not quite as good as the base keyword, but you know, those are two videos that I can go and make right away that are going to be generating a lot of traffic. I can get to see who else is already ranking for those keywords, who else is kind of making those videos. We can see how many views per hour these videos are getting. So that one's getting 19,000 views per hour. So it went up 2 days ago and it's got almost 100,000 views on it already. 670 views per hour, 600 views per hour, 500 views per hour, and so on. So if you're, just to kind of give you guys an idea, right? So once you get your channel monetized with AdSense or whatever, and figure you're going to be making, I don't know, let's say $5 per every 1,000 views, right? That means that this video right here is making $2.50 constantly, right? Per hour. And so like, as long as this video keeps getting this amount of traffic, like it's just going to keep generating those views. So this already has picked up 36,000 views at $5 per every 1,000 views. So it's made like a lot of money. Let's get up my calculator because I can't brain quite yet. So it's 36 times 5. Yeah, I made an extra $180 off of that. And the thing is, you can make these kinds of videos with Canva, right? Because there are NFT games on your cell phone. And so you can go and you can record them on your phone, and then you can take that, you can run it into Canva, and then, you know, do that. Or, of course, you can record your gameplay or whatever using XSplit and do the exact same thing. And then generate a little bit of extra cash off of it. So this one's getting 2,000 or 20,000 views per hour, so that's making like an extra lot of money. How long has my microphone been muted? That's a good question. Let's check. Just a second. Dang it. All right. So, I guess I kind of have to go over this whole entire part again. Oh my gosh, this keeps happening. Why does it keep happening? Because this cable is over this cable. No, that's going back to the camera. This one's going out to the microphone, but still. Okay. I'm going to have to... I rearranged my office the other day, and all my wires are still in a bad spot, and my microphone camera, or cable, is particularly finicky, and so it doesn't like staying in its little slot. So let's cover this part again. So what we're looking at here, this is the vidIQ SEO scoreboard, okay? And so basically what it's going to do is it's going to give you the keyword that you're looking at. It's going to give you some recommendations. Your related score is going to be how closely related the specific keywords that it's recommending is to what you had requested. This is going to show estimated search volume, competition, the overall score, and the number of keywords that are actually going to be inside of that title or the keyword that you're targeting. So it's really, really useful information. Typically, whatever, we want these numbers to be as high as possible, right? And so if we're looking at NFT games, then it's also saying, hey, if you're looking at NFT games play to earn is another keyword that's performing really well. The search volume is not quite as high, but the competition score is actually a bit lower. So this is a 26, this is a 24.6. And so if you're starting with a brand new channel, it might make sense to go after a keyword that has a lower competition score. It's a little bit longer, a little bit more long tail, a little bit more niche. So you're going to have an easier chance of ranking for that specific keyword or for generating that specific traffic that you're trying to generate. And I'm going to move my thing over here so I can keep a better eye on my microphone. And so, that's very valuable information. And I do have an upgraded account with this. I just don't know which channel it's attached to. I'm going to have to go back and double check. I kind of have a lot of channels that I manage, and it's kind of hard to keep track of all this stuff. But, so you can go through and you can do all this research over here. And then what's interesting is if you look over here at this side of the screen, what this will do is it will show you the top performing videos for those specific keywords that you're targeting. But in addition to that, it's also going to tell you how many views per hour those videos are getting. So it's not just how many initial views they got, but how many views they continue to acquire over a period of time since the video was uploaded. So for example, this video right here has 19,000 views per hour. That's what the VPH is, views per hour. You can see it has received 988 views in total since it was uploaded 2 days ago. So since this video was uploaded, it's gained or earned almost $5,000, assuming that it has like a $5 CPM, which is kind of like average for this kind of stuff, at least based off of my experience thus far. And so this video right here, for example, this is getting an average of 500 views per hour. Again, if we're going to kind of keep that $5 CPM cost per mil, which is how much you get paid for every 1,000 views, this video is making basically like $2.50 per hour all day long since the time it was uploaded for as long as it continues to generate that traffic. So it's just a little way of generating some extra cash that you can bring in and you can then use for whatever. So 36,000 views. I actually did the math on this already, but I'm dumb and my microphone wasn't plugged in, so I'll do it again. It's 36,000 times 5. So she's made $180 off of that video so far. And it's going to keep generating an extra $2.50, 2.5 times 24, an extra $60 a day, like I said, for as long as it generates traffic, which is pretty cool. It's just a little bit extra cash. You get a couple of those things going, and very easily you're going to reach the $100 a day mark, which is kind of like the, kind of like that first stepping stone that people want to reach as far as affiliate marketing and passive income and that kind of thing. So it's not difficult. It's just a question of going through and producing the content and kind of doing all the research and everything else. Now, what's also interesting about this, and the reason I brought this up, is that you can actually create these videos, because like you can see this guy's playing, is he playing on a laptop? Yeah. So if he's playing on a laptop, that means you can record your screen using XSplit, and you can take that video and then you can upload it over here to Canva and edit the video, upload it, create your thumbnails and everything, and then pop it up onto YouTube using the research that you did over here with this. But if you want to get really clever and really crazy, what I like to do is then I will say, all right, look, here's, what was the one? I make $350 a day playing this game, right? So if you can make a list of 5 to 10 games that are able to generate this kind of revenue for you, right? Then what you can do is you can take all that, and then you can come back over here to this thing I already opened, and you can put it back into Canva, and you can give yourself like this little summary type board. And so this is one that I made for a video game. It's basically showing top keywords and trends for this game that came out like 2 years ago. You can do something very simple like this. Say, all right, here is the name of the game. Here's a link. Here's how much I make per day. Here's how many hours it takes. Here's how much I'm actually making per hour. This is my initial investment. You know, all that information. So you can put all that over here, make it look nice and pretty, and something like this. And then when you go and you upload the video, say, look, you know, I'm making $350 a day playing this game. If you would like to, you know, get my little report on all the different games that I'm playing and how much money I'm making off of it and all this other stuff, you know, it's a valuable report, right? That's something that's going to be worth something to somebody, especially if you're making $350 a day, you know, from the information. They're like, all right, so look, you know, if you want to, if you want to download this report, then what you have to do is you have to go to my website, which you built using this, and you have to either give me your email, so you can do this as an email capture, we can pretend like that's an email capture, or you can do a, get like a PayPal button, and these are super easy to set up. It takes like 5 minutes, and say, okay, this is going to cost you $5, okay? Now, let's do some quick math over here. Let's say that your conversion rate on this thing is not good. Let's say that your conversion rate is like 0.1%. Okay? So what that would mean is that 1 out of every 1,000 people would actually go and purchase that thing from you. So with this video, it was this one right over here, right? So she's already had 3,000 views on this video. That means she would have sold an extra 3 copies of this little guide. And that means she would have made an extra $15. Now you'll notice if we're giving her a $5 CPM, she would have made $15 anyway. So now instead of having $15, now she has $30, right? But on top of that, right, so let's say this is times 3. So that's going to equal 15 plus the 15 from AdSense. So now she's made $30. She just doubled her revenue. And all she had to do was run the thing through Canva, right? Makes life so much easier. Why is this thing so far back? There we go. And like I said, that's where you start to see really, really significant increases in your sales. Now, let's say that, instead of charging $5 for it, let's say that she only charges $1 for it, right? And so instead of a 0.1% conversion rate, let's say that managed to increases it to a 1% conversion rate, okay? So now she's had 3,000 views on this thing at a 0.1% conversion rate. That means she's going to have 30 conversions instead of just 5. And she's selling that for $1. So she's just made $30 plus the 15 from AdSense. So now she's up $45, right? And then if at the same time she also captures their email, and then say that she goes then and creates a guide for, the most popular games that she's on there playing with the highest revenue game, and say that she sells that for another $5, and say that the 30 people that signed up for this, like, oh, okay, so I already spent $1 on this, this is already pretty cool, I'm already making a little bit more money. Here's a guy that's going to show me how to 10x my revenue, and that's only going to cost me, $5. So say 10% of these people end up buying that. Okay, again, not a huge amount, but we'll say 10%. So that's going to be an extra $3 or 3 people for $5. So that's going to be an extra $15 again. So now she's making $60 per every sell, right? Or from that revenue instead of the base 15 that she was making before. So we've 4x'd her revenue just by adding in the Canva, just by adding in a simple landing page and the PayPal button and everything else and setting up the emails. And like you can do all this stuff with Canva, which is super easy. Like that's what I was showing you guys over here. I've done this. I've sold these things. I was selling these things for $5 each. So World of Warcraft, boom. Like I made some money off of this. And it's just a very, very efficient way of extending the life or the value of the videos that you're creating by including additional things that you can add with that. Now, what's also cool about this is that then if you've got this video, right? So you've, where's our thing? So you've got this video and now okay, for every 3,000 views that come in here, well, we'll simplify that a little bit. So we know we're making $60 for 3,000 views. It's $20 per 1,000 views, right? So just based off of the off of those numbers, right? But we'd also have to keep in mind that if we're going to be doing this, like using this to run our ads, then we're not going to get the AdSense money off of it, because obviously we're using AdSense to generate the traffic. We don't get paid for AdSense in that case. So we're going to lose off on the $15, which works out to like $5 each. So we're still talking about $15 per every 1,000 views that we generate. So 1,000 views on YouTube, depending on the targets and the audience that you're trying to target, it's going to cost like $5. So that means we put $5 in, we make $15 back. You know, that's a 300% increase or return on ad spend, which is pretty darn cool. And so then it's just a question of taking this and scaling it to the moon. And it's pretty neat stuff. Now, the one last thing that I wanted to show you guys real quick that actually will help you with that next step. If I can log in over here. And that's going to be TubeSift. Now, again, TubeSift is not free. I think it's $50 a month. I went and I bought for the whole year, so I don't remember how much I spent on it anymore. But let's do this. Let's say NFT gaming, right? And say we want to see the top 200 videos. Let's say we want to see the trending videos that picked up over 20,000 views in the last 14 days. We can adjust this if we want, and we'll tell it to go and search. And so what it's doing right now is it's looking for monetized views, also just the one. Okay, let's adjust this a little bit then. Let's say 5,000 views in the last 7 days. Okay, so it's going to go through and it's going to do that search. Now what's cool about this is basically giving us a list of videos that are already targeted or ranking for the specific keyword, and that are monetized through AdWords. And so if we wanted to promote this video that we made over here that we know is going to be making us $15 for every $5 we spend on ads, well, now how many videos are we up to? 13, 14, 15. We'll go ahead and stop it there. It'll keep going. It's going to look for 200. But here's 15 videos that we can then go and run our ad on, and then we can get in front of all that audience. And we already know that this audience is interested in a specific topic because that's what we're targeting, and we can see all that right over here. So like, oh, that's in Tagalog, so that's probably not going to help. 5 free to play or free play to earn NFT games, so blah 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 with no investment. 15,000 views. That went up 4 days ago. So we can place an ad on this video, and then everybody who watches this video can then go and see our ad, and then again we can start making some of that money back. So it's pretty darn cool, and this is kind of how you start scaling stuff to the moon. This is how you start making a lot of extra money from your content, and then, like I said, using paid traffic to then go in to increase that. Now, we've been talking about playing video games here, right? But let's say that you're selling customized socks, right? You can do the exact same thing. So we can go through, we can record everything with our phone, upload it to Canva, turn it into a cool little ad, turn it into a TikTok, turn it into a YouTube short, whatever. And then we can go, well, we'd probably do our research over here first and see like custom socks. See what kind of keywords are out there, see, what's going on. So just socks, how to make custom socks. So if you're looking for someone who wants to learn how to make custom socks, there's probably a good chance they're going to look at that and go, okay, this is a lot of work. Maybe instead I'll just pay somebody to do it for me. Grab some of that traffic, send people back into your funnel, sell them stuff. Let me check to make sure my microphone's still working. Okay, cool. And then, start selling them the stuff, collect their emails and sell them more stuff in the future. And then, send people into your e-com sites, which again, you can build over here using your, this, because like this has Shopify templates. Like that's where you go to sell stuff online, right? This and WooCommerce, which they have WooCommerce too, which we saw that. So like you can build your online shop and then go and you can sell your socks. You can use this to sell bricks. You can use this to sell books. You can use this to sell pretty much anything and everything. But that's kind of the process that we go through whenever we're creating our paid ads, right? So again, this works specifically for YouTube ads, which is what we're talking about today. But this also works for your organic. This also works for anything else you could potentially want to do. And it's pretty darn cool. So those are my 5 favorite tools for creating YouTube ads. or platforms or tool sets or whatever you want to call them. But just to summarize again, let me go through my list. The first one is Envato, which is this right here. Your stock video, stock music, stock pictures, website templates, graphics. Like, you can get your logos off for this. In fact, I need to go and make myself a new logo for one of my other businesses. So, logos, and you can customize the logos and do all that other kind of stuff too. So that's number one. And typically what I'll do is I'll take all these resources and I'll run over to Canva, and then I'll start putting these into a YouTube ad template where I can then go through and actually create the product or the service I'm wanting to do. The other thing that I forgot to mention is XSplit, which is what I use to record my screen. So if I'll typically do things like most of the affiliate kind of stuff that I'm promoting is going to be like on a website. So like talking about Canva, right? I'm a Canva affiliate. I'm an Envato affiliate. I think I'm a TubeSift affiliate. I'm not sure if their program's still running. I know I'm a vidIQ affiliate. I just signed up to become an affiliate for everything that I use. If it works, I become an affiliate. So like I'll sit down now. We'll record, a quick tutorial or review or whatever the software, whatever the tool is using this, and then I'll bring it over here to Canva, upload it, and then edit everything. Or I will record, or I will do my editing in Premiere Pro, just depending on the type of video that I need to make. But typically this is going to be sufficient for what the majority of people are doing. And then optimize it using this, and also use this using your keyword research. This is going to be your vidIQs. And then I'm going to go through and figure out where the best places to run the ad are going to be using TubeSift. So is that my entire list? Envato, Canva, XSplit, TubeSift, and Tube. Why does it say TubeBuddy when it's supposed to be vidIQ? TubeBuddy is really cool. But what it is, TubeBuddy is more of a channel management tool, whereas vidIQ is a SEO tool, if that makes sense. So it's still helpful. I use both. I have both TubeBuddy and vidIQ. I have paid accounts for both. But specifically for what we're talking about in this, then vidIQ is going to be your better option. If you had to choose between the two, I couldn't tell you what to do. So if you're just starting out, you don't have a ton of content yet, I'd probably say start with vidIQ, just because it can give you a lot of really helpful information. But if you have an established channel, lots of content already, and you need a channel management tool, TubeBuddy is going to be your better option. But yeah. I do have a soft spot for vidIQ. I have a signed comb from one of the top guys over there, and it's one of my treasures. I have it hanging up on my wall. And, I'm an SEO, so I like SEO tools, and so this is a little bit more my game. But, so yeah, that is how you create a YouTube ad, and some of my favorite tools for doing that. And again, you're going to find links to all these things in the description of this video. And again, I recommend the tools. Like I said, all these things do have affiliate things attached to them. I don't think I have affiliate links on all these just because I couldn't find all of them in time. So like Canva doesn't have its affiliate link, XSplit doesn't have its link, TubeSift doesn't have its link. But, I recommend the stuff that I use all the time. And I think that you guys can probably see here, I use this all the freaking time. You might recognize that thumbnail, because that's the one that I just uploaded to the channel, or this is my last week's live stream. In fact, that's kind of how I do these, is I'll just go through and I will update. Oh no, the curtain has been lifted. That's today's thumbnail, and it's just kind of a fast and easy way of doing this. Like I said, I really do use these tools all the freaking time. Can this show how many things I've downloaded? Yeah, I am constantly downloading stuff, constantly using this. Like, it's pretty bad. 22 pages of downloads. Goodness gracious me, Triston. And then I said vidIQ is installed on everything, and TubeSift I use religiously. So, like I said, these are good, useful things, and so that's why I recommend them so much. If you guys do have any other questions about these, I do plan to sit down and make individual tutorials on each of these, whatever they're called, each of these tools. And then those are going to be like my dedicated affiliate videos, where I'm hopefully going to make a little bit of cash off of it. And so if you guys do want to see something specific from these different tools, and or anything like that, let me know, and then I will make sure to include those in the dedicated tutorials. I also kind of like this one. So I've got this other project called Underdog Factory, and I kind of like that. So it's a factory underdog creating little dogs. It's like, it's stupid, but I kind of love it. So I don't know. I'm going to keep thinking about that one. But hopefully this information has been helpful. Hopefully you guys have learned something cool. So hopefully you guys have found some other neat tools that you can use in your repertoire to go through and create ads and to build your businesses. And if there's anything else I can help you with, let me know in the comments.